Welcome back. In this video, I am combining three essential foundation patterns every designer needs: the bodice block, the skirt block, and the sleeve block. With these three, you can create endless fashion designs. The first measurement we'll be taking is the top line measurement, which is approximately 1 inch or 2 inch from the top line. Then you connect the lines. Now, the next measurement we're going to be taking is the hip measurement, because the hip measurement is bigger than the bust measurement. So hip measurement plus 2 inches divided by 4, then you mark it to get the front and back pattern. Then you roll. The next measurement we'll be taking is the full front leg measurement. Mark it on both the front and the back pattern. Then you connect your lines. The next measurement is the nape to waist measurement. My client's nape to waist measurement is 14.5. Note the front and the back bodies are not the same, so the front bodice is always younger than the back bodice. Go ahead to divide the nape to waist measurement by 2. I got 7.25. Then mark half of the nape line and the knee line by 2 to get the across back line. Then label the lines. There I have the waistline, the bust line, the across back line, and the nape line. And you label the back. For the front pattern, to get the bust line, we will add the difference between the nape to waist measurement and full front length to get the 6.25 we got for the back bust line. That will be our front bust line. Take the bust measurement and the top line, divide by 2 to get the across chest measurement. The last line is the hip measurement. To get that, we need the hip level measurement or hip depth measurement. For this project, I used 10 inches. The next step is for us to apply the measurements to our lines. Now we'll be taking the back shoulder measurement, divide by 2 to mark. From that point, mark down 1.25. That is standard measurement for shoulder slope for the back pattern. Divide the bust measurement by 8 plus 1, divide by 2 to get the neck width measurement. I got 2.5, then I raised that point up by 0.75, then connect the lines this way. On the across back line, mark half of the across back measurement. On the back bust line, mark the bust measurement, divide by 4. On the waistline, take the waist measurement, divide by 4 also. On the hip line, mark the hip measurement, divide by 4. Also mark that same amount 2 inches upwards. Now let's connect our lines. On this part, I am trying to get the dart amount. So I am not drawing that line across to the hip measurement. On the back line, divide the back line measurement by 2 to get the dart leg. It means if the across back measurement is 7 inches, then the dart leg is 7 divided by 2. Mark it down to the hip line. And divide the mark we initially got by 3 to get the dart amount. I got 6.25, so mark it on both sides of the dart leg. Mark down 6 inches from the back waistline and mark down 1 inch from the back line. Now mark the last dart amount on the side seam, just the way I did mine. Now connect the lines. On the across back, mark in 0.375. Then place your multipurpose this way to connect the lines. That is it for the back pattern. For the front, mark half of the shoulder measurement. And mark down 1.5 inch for the shoulder slope. Mark the neck width measurement. Mark the same amount on the depth. Color the lines with your core. On the chest line, mark half of the chest measurement. On the bust line, mark 1/4 of the bust measurement. Then connect the lines. On the waistline, mark 1/4 of the waist measurement. On the hip line, mark 1/4 of the hip measurement. Then get the dart amount. I also divided that amount by 3. Mark the bust span measurement. Mark the bust span amount from the center front. And mark the difference you got on the dart leg. Mark down 5 inches from the waistline and connect your lines. From the shoulder line, mark down the bust point measurement. I used 10.5. Then connect the line to the point. Then connect the line to that point. Connect the side seam also. I marked down 2 inches from the armhole. 2 inches is standard. Then I marked the difference between the full front length and the neck to waist, which is 17 inches minus 14.5. I got 2.5. I marked out 1 inch from the bust point. Then I connected it to the mark and the side seam. I have to add the excess to the bust, so just watch carefully how I added it. So that's it. Thank you for watching. What we'll be using for this skirt, we'll be needing the waist measurement, the hip and the length measurements. Then you can draft this very easily. So now the first measurement we'll be using, we'll mark our top line. So our top line, measure down 2 inches to get our top line. So now to get our skirt block, the hip measurements, we have to divide the hip measurement by 2. So the hip measurement we are using is 47 inches. So we have to divide 47 inches by 2. We get 11.75. So mark it here. The measurement to use is hip measurement divided by 4. We got 11.75, which is 11.75. So we'll mark another 11.75 to get our back pattern. Then you connect the lines. Connect the back. Let's say this is our front. Then here will be our back. Okay. Now we have our front and our back pattern. So here we'll label top line. Right? Okay. So the other measurements we'll be using is the hip level measurement. So for these clients, our hip level measurement is 10 inches. So you mark your 10 inches. So now we'll mark here. Here is the hip. There's the hip line. So now we are going to take the length, the skirt length. So the skirt length of this the skirt length we are going to be using for this pattern is 23 inches, which is our waist to our knee level. So we have 23 inches. Then you mark it across from the back and to you mark it from the front and also on the back. Okay. So here is our hem line. Here's our hem line. Measurement you're going to take now is the waist measurement. This is the hip measurement. So the hip is always bigger than the waist measurement. So for the skirt to fit to the waist, we need to take the waist measurement to make it smaller than the hip, so it will fit properly. So for this project, the waist measurement is 28 inches. So that 28 inches, we divide 28 inches by 4. We'll have 7 inches as the waist measurement. So 7 inches. So we are not going to add that to this pattern. So just doing it simple, something very simple, so everybody can understand it. It's really for beginners. It's good for beginners. So you don't have to be stressing about am I going to add this dart? I don't understand how to put this dart. You get? So that's why I'm doing the basic. This is the basic without the dart. Okay. So we are doing it like this without that. This is the simplest way I do it. So 7 inches. Then now we'll connect this waist to this hip line, the hip line. So on the hip level, we are going to take up 2 inches. We're going to mark 2 inches upwards. Then we'll mark 1 inch down, right? 1 inch down, 2 inches up. Then on the hemline, this is the hemline, the waist to knee measurement. Yeah, this is our hemline. So on the hemline, we're going to tape in on hemline. We tape in 1 inch. This is basic. So if you want it more tighter, you have to go in further. So let's connect our lines. We'll be using our curve rule. So now you see the way I am placing my curve. See, I'm placing my curve. Yep. So make sure the number you have here, that's what you also use here, so it will be the same curve. So here I have 35, then I'll just curve through to this place. Yeah, 35. So I'll come here also and mark my 35. Place the rule on 35 and take it here also. Put it here. Okay. So this is what you get. This line, the reason I put it up is just a guideline. You understand? So I will not have a sharp edge. If you are putting this line, if you are taking this curve to this line, it will. If you are taking this curve to this line, it will have a sharp edge. So that's why I took it up by 2 inches. You can take it up 2 inches or 1.5. For instance, we take it up by 1.5. We'll get it to be somewhere here. You get? So you can either do it 1.5 or you do it 2 inches. Okay, let's proceed. Then for the hemline, we'll take it up to this 1 inch mark we did earlier to get your hem type knee. Then the other one also to the other side. So this is it for the front. It's pretty simple. This is it for the front, then this is it for the back. Then for the back hem, these are zip allowance. So for the back, we're going to do tightening on the back too. On the back, you can either do 1 inch or half inch. So I'll go in by 1 inch. Then also here, take it down by 1 inch. And take it up by 1 inch also. Then mark. Then here, on the top line at the back pattern, on the top line, I'll take it in by 0.5, just half inch. And you connect to this 1 inch mark. So this part we won't be using it. We'll withdraw our zipper allowance. So we'll mark our new zipper allowance, which is 1 inch. And this 1 inch also. So this will be our new zip allowance. Here you cut it out. So using this line here. Then on the front pattern, we'll bring it down by 1 inch. Take it down 1 inch and curve it to this mark. So here we'll cut here out. So here is your skirt, your front pattern. This is the front pattern and this is the back pattern. So you see how it's placed. This is very simple. So drafts. So now this is the two patterns put side by side. Here is the back pattern. It's quite simple, okay? So when you want to cut, just wait to place your paper on top of your fabric. On top of fabric, then add your sewing allowance forward. For the side seam, you add 1 inch sewing allowance. For the top, you add 0.5. Then for the hem, you can add, depends on if you are adding lining to it, you can add 0.5 or you can just turn like that. So that's it for the skirt pattern, the basic skirt pattern. And finally, the sleeves. For the sleeve block, this gives you the perfect fit to attach to your bodice. Once you have your sleeve block, you can modify it into different styles, like puff sleeve, flat sleeve, or even short sleeve. Get so now let's get right into it. So we also mark our guideline, which is 2 inches. So this is our top line. Then you divide your paper into 2, or you can just divide the paper into 2. So for mine, I have 12 inches. So these are our guideline. Then the sleeve length. Our sleeve length is 23 inches. So now, to get our bicep line, the armhole measurement for this pattern. So the bodice pattern, we have 14.5 inches as the armhole measurement. We are going to divide the armhole measurement by 3, which is 4.8. Then 4.8 will minus 0.5 from 4.8, left with 4.3. So that's what we'll mark. So now the measurements we have on the armhole of the bodice, we have 14.5 inches. That's our armhole measurement. And so 14.5, that's our armhole measurement. 14.5 divided by 3, we have 4.8. Then 4.8, we'll divide 4.8 by 0.5. We are left with 4.3. So our bicep line will be 4.3. So we mark the 4.3 on this green line, this line, on this center line, 4.3. This is what you are left with. So here's our bicep line. So on the bicep line, on the front pattern on the bodice, we have 7 inches. So place our tape this way and mark 7 inches. Then on the back pattern, we have 7.5 inch. So we'll do the same thing. $7.5 right? Then on the person's measurements, we take the person's bicep measurement. On the person, our bicep measurement is 13.5. So we have to divide 13.5 by 2. Then we'll mark it. 13.5 divided by 2, we have 6.75. Then place your tape this way and mark 6.75. Right? Then the same thing, 6.75. Yes. So now we have 2 lines in between. Then these 2 lines, we'll divide the 2 lines by 2. So these 2 lines, we have 1.25. So 1.25 divided by 2, we have 0.6. We have 0.625. So we'll mark 0.625. Then here, we'll mark here too. This place we have 0.75, so we'll mark 0.375. So here's the middle. Then we'll mark a straight line to the middle line. So the middle line we created here. Same thing for this part. So this is what we have, right? It's like a triangle. Okay, fine. Then on this is our sleeve hem. It's also hem. This is the hem. So on the sleeve hem, we put this the cuff measurement. Our cuff measurement is 8 inches. So divide 8 inches by 2. So we'll get 4 inches, right? Then we roll. So on this line, we'll divide this line by 4. So what we have here is 8 inches. So 8 divided by 4, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. So this is our mark. Then the same thing for the other side. Mark this is 7.5. So 7.5 divided by 4, we have 1.75. So we'll mark our 1.75. So this is what we have. So on the first line, we take it up by 0.6, which is here. Then on the second line, we bring it down by, we take it up by 0.1, which is 1/16. Then on this part, we take it down by 3.75. Then for the back pattern, we take here down by half an inch. Then here we take it up by 0.25. Then here we'll take it up by 0.75. Then on the top line here, we'll mark 1 inch each. Then you connect your lines. So you should have something like this. And make sure the 3 lines are connecting. The first line, the second line, and the third line is connecting. Then you do your multipurpose this way. The multipurpose should be this way. Then you connect the last line. Connect the last line. So here is it, right? Then do the same thing for the other side. So you make sure these lines meet. Then the same way we did then you do it this way. Make sure it touches, right? So this is what we have. So this is your sleeve. So if you want it to be a short sleeve, you measure here to here, divide by 2. From this bicep line to this bicep line, we have 18.5 divided by 2. You have 9.25. So you measure your 9.25. Then you mark. So this from here to here is the long sleeve, and here is short sleeve. So this is your sleeve pattern. Now you have the 3 foundation blocks: bodice, skirt, sleeve. With these, you can design almost anything. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch my next tutorial on how to turn these blocks into stylish outfits.